Hi, ladies and gentlemen. It is Rose Ryan, and I am super happy to bring to you another Spotlight Agent of the Month. This agent, she's been in the business for 25 years and counting. Don't want to keep you back. I want to introduce you to Carolyn DeFalco. Hey, welcome.
Hi, Rose. How are you?
I am so excited because you know I come to you for advice all the time.
Yes.
And today I'm going to get much more, and we want to find out a lot. So I want to start off with, can you tell us, how did you get started in the real estate industry?
Okay, well, I got started back in 1994.
Mm-hmm.
I was working as a paralegal for an attorney, and I had 2 young children at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted something that was going to afford me more flexibility with my schedule, because having 2 young children, you can't always be at work.
Yes.
You have to meet their needs as well. So I wanted a career that would afford me to take care of them and also make some money.
Yeah, be flexible.
Correct.
Now,
Absolutely.
as a young agent, what are some obstacles did you encounter, and how did you overcome them?
A lot of obstacles as far as, getting people to take you seriously because you're new in the business. Getting listings was a big hurdle that I had to overcome. Did a lot of 9 to 9 days, a lot of working late, a lot of follow-ups, a lot of spinning my wheels with buyers that maybe weren't really buyers, but that all comes with time.
Yes.
So as you're working more and more in real estate, you get to weed out the lookers from the buyers. So those are some of the hard things in the beginning to overcome.
Okay, I'm going to kind of put you on the spot here,
Sure.
but how do you do that? Weed out, how do you know when an agent is serious or a buyer is serious?
You have to ask the right questions. You definitely have to ask the probing questions. So, when do you see yourself in your new home? When are you planning to buy? Are you pre-approved? If I find you a house today, are you willing to put an offer and go into contract? So those kinds of questions, almost putting them on the spot, but you need to know. If someone's telling you, oh, I'm just looking, well, then they're not an A buyer. Those are B buyers. So you can keep in touch with them, put them on the back burner, but work your A buyers first.
You mentioned that when you started off, you had 2 young kids, and I'm sure we do have agents out there who are parents themselves. How were you able to time block or set your daily activities?
So what I did was, of course, the children came first at the time. So I would take them to school in the morning and then, run to the office and do what I needed to do as far as looking at the updates, see what new houses were on the market, calling my customers and setting up the appointments. Then I would leave and pick them up from school, stay home with them, prepare dinner, and run back out again to take them out, buyers out to see houses.
And in the midst of that, I'm probably sure you had to also encounter some rejections. How did you handle that?
Rejections are hard. They're still hard.
Yeah.
So
Even after 25 years, it's difficult.
They're still hard. So you have to try to develop a thick skin. It's tough in the beginning. It was a lot of tears and a lot of disappointments, but you learn to take it in stride, and it comes with the territory, it comes with the business. That's what being a realtor is all about, and the rejections make you stronger.
Well, for me, and I'm sure probably other agents out there, some of us are nervous about calling expireds. I'm going to juggle your brain a little bit and ask you, what are some words you use for when you call expireds?
Okay, so normally what I'll tell them is, I've noticed that your home is no longer on the market. I'll usually be prepared. I try to look up the listing online, and I do try to look at the pictures of the home. So I'll call them and I'll say, hey, I understand your home's no longer on the market. I don't understand why it hasn't sold. It seems to be a very lovely home. And I get them talking. Expireds are worn out. They're tired. They're totally disgusted with all realtors. So they're looking to vent. And you have to let them. You have to empathize with them.
Yes.
Because they're coming from a place of disgust. They hate all realtors. So you have to show them some empathy and agree with them. And you also have to show them that you're going to be different from their last agent. You're going to ask them questions, ask them, what did their last agent do? Did they advertise properly? Did they hold open houses? Did they give them feedback? And you'd be surprised, a lot of times the answers to these questions are no.
Right.
So you have to show them that, you're the different agent. You're the agent that cares, and you're the one who's going to get their house sold. by doing all these things and keeping in touch with them. So once they hear that, then they let their guard down, and then you just try to set up the appointment to get in and just meet with them.
Okay, great. And for new agents looking on, what would your advice be? What can they do better to help their business?
First thing I tell new agents is to reach out to their sphere of influence. I call it the wedding list. I tell them, if you were to get married, you know, who would you be inviting to your wedding?
Yes.
And I tell them to send out a letter letting them know that, hey, I'm in business, I'm in real estate, I'm very excited about this, I'd love to let you know about my new career, and I want to also reach out and let you know that if there's anything that you need in the way of real estate, please contact me, and always include at least 2 or 3 cards with that. And then I would give them a follow-up phone call as well, just to make sure they received it, and just to see if they have any, you know, referrals for me.
Yeah. So coming December, December 4th to be exact, you will be celebrating your 25th anniversary in real estate.
Yes.
Looking back over the years, what are some things, or maybe one thing that you would do differently that now?
Well, there are a few things, but I would say concentrate more on getting listings. Even though it's very challenging for a new agent to do that, I think I ran a lot of buyers in the beginning, and buyers can really wear you out.
Yeah.
And I did a lot of that, and it can get you discouraged. There were many times I felt like quitting real estate in the beginning, but you just have to be persistent. Keep calling those for sale by owners, keep calling those expireds, keep knocking on doors, and just be very consistent and just keep following up.
And let's talk about KW.
Sure.
Really excited to ask you this question. How has KW changed your life?
KW is a great company. I worked for 2 other big real estate companies before joining KW, and I always liked teaching, and I always liked learning. I always liked going to seminars, and I kind of wanted a company that would fit my needs.
Yeah.
And when KW came along, I was excited because I know that they really put their agents first, they put education first, and that's something that I feel everyone needs. So that's very much something I was looking for, and I'm also a big believer in giving back. So and KW, that's
Yes.
their big thing as well. And also they believe in putting family first, which is another thing that I also believe. And as far as the giving back, yeah, I love to do that. I'm always doing fundraisers. I'm president of my Kiwanis Club, so I love doing that, and I love giving to people that need.
I think right now you're hosting one, and that's a part of the office to give back office supplies?
Yeah,
School supplies.
School
sorry.
supplies.
Yes.
We just did that, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
My Kiwanis team, in conjunction with the Keller
Yes.
Williams office here, we collected about 6 boxes of school supplies and backpacks.
Yeah.
And we did drop them off to PS 62 here in Queens, and they were very grateful because there were a lot of children there that really didn't have any supplies at all.
And you mentioned the office here. What are top 3 things you do like about this office?
What I like about this office actually is my broker. I've
Yes.
known John Dibbs for many, many years, even prior to coming into real estate. So I've known John a really long time.
Yeah.
So I love John. I love the location.
Yes.
I feel it's centrally located. It's close to a lot of transportation. I feel that it's an area that a lot of people want to be near because we do have trains and buses nearby. And I love this office. I just love the people here. I love the agents here. I just feel very comfortable. It's like family.
Well, I feel great speaking to you. So much really good information. Last but not least, for everyone that's looking on, can you share with us a piece of advice that could grow our business?
The one thing I would tell everyone is to keep prospecting.
Yes.
That's one thing that I do. In the morning, I come in and I prospect for an hour and a half.
Yes.
I do that every morning. Keep prospecting. Follow up is key. Keep following up, and just be very committed and very professional with everything that you do. And I always tell people to under promise and over deliver, because that's something that's always going to impress your clients.
Yeah. Thank you so much to Carolyn DeFalco. Priceless information, and you're lucky to have it right here at Keller Williams Liberty.